Okay, so the carnivore diet, why did I do it? If you don't know what it is, then look it up. It's not that hard. So the diet's kind of been pioneered by Sean Baker and Ambro Hearn. Sean Baker's broke records in indoor rowing. Ambro Hearn said it helped depression and anxiety. And there's a lot of people saying they've cured IBS syndrome. I think that's what you call it. Leaky gut syndrome, Crohn's disease. And it's helped their depression, anxiety, better night's sleep, better meditation, better focus, more testosterone, better blood sugars, reverse type 2 diabetes. So obviously when I hear benefits like that, I'm more curious than a cat. I am doing this diet now. So the original plan was to do it for 1 month. I ended up doing 2 weeks. Don't hate me, I'll let you know why that happened in the end. But my diet consisted of meat. Not surprising. I did add some eggs, cheese and heavy cream. I use cheddar cheese, no carbs in that. Heavy cream, clotted cream we call it over here. I think you Americans call it heavy cream. That has 0.7 grams per 2 tablespoons. That's not a lot of carbs. But the reason I added these foods is because they're so hard to get in the calories. That may be a benefit for some and I'll get onto that. But damn, I was on 2,000 calories a day. Normally I can maintain 3,000 and I dropped to 2,000. So that's probably why the weight loss is as severe as it was. My face is kind of looking a bit gaunt right now. But you know, some people may love that. But getting in the calories is hard. Fat and protein together is so satiating. I have to admit, through this entire 2-week process, I have forgotten what hunger is. I don't even know what it feels like anymore. It's pretty crazy. It makes fasting easier. I was having 2 meals a day just because I'm lazy and I didn't want to keep cleaning and cooking all the pans and blah, all that crap. But training wise, I was still training 6 days a week. No, not 6 days a week. I was doing 5 days a week, but 7 training sessions, because some days I train twice a day. I didn't want to change my training too much because I wanted to see how this diet affected me. Obviously going from a carbohydrate based diet into a animal protein fat diet, there's going to be, you know, performance issues. But I just tried to keep it as, what's the word, as real as it was. First of all, I should probably say why I mainly did it. I kind of the main thing that attracted me really to this diet was the mental health aspect. I can't even talk right, but it is like 5 in the morning here, so it's pretty early. Get off my back. Yeah, the main reason I did it was for the mental health benefits. People said it cured depression, anxiety. I've had anxiety since I was a kid, I think. Not severe where I'm worried of everything, but it's more so my brain can really overthink. I could be training, doing my gym session. My brain is somewhere completely different. My brain's in Barbados thinking I'm having a fight with a barman. I don't get why it does it, but I struggle to stay present sometimes. So I thought, why not? Just try it. So the first bit of great news I adapted extremely quick to this diet. Within, what was it, 3 days, I think? I didn't feel any different actually. I didn't get, some people say they get the keto flu and all that stuff. Just increase your uptake of salt. Everyone that demonizes salt, it's not bad. Increase it, it will help you. Okay, so the benefits. One, I think my skin is clearer now. I don't really know. It's looking, don't worry, it's looking gaunt. I've kind of overshot it with the weight. I didn't mean to, but that's the next point, losing weight. My God, I have never known a better diet for losing weight than this. One, because you're so satiated, you don't even want to eat. One, because you're full. Second, because of boredom, you're only having meat, salt and pepper, and that's nothing. Yeah, you can't have any other sauces or condiments or anything like that. It's salt and pepper, mainly just salt if you want. If you don't want the pepper because of the oxalates, then just have salt. But I lost weight, so I went from 66 kilos to 63.8 kilos. I don't know what that is in pounds. Maybe I think I went down to 140 pounds. Yeah, you're gonna lose fat. The reason for it, as we all know, calorie deficit. If you're in a calorie deficit, you're gonna lose weight. And as I said, I was struggling to get in 2,000 calories. I can be a right little Peppa Pig when it comes to eating. I'm like a bottomless pit sometimes when it comes to eating. But on this diet, you kind of lose the need to eat. We don't lose it because you still need to eat, otherwise you're going to die. But you just, it doesn't become a part of your life anymore. And what I mean by that is, because you're not really looking forward to eating anymore, it's not really, it's never holding you back. Like one benefit, and it's also a disbenefit, if that's even a word, or probably a con, whatever you call it. But we're so boring from eating and that, it made me contemplate the rest of my day. Like I realised I wasn't doing anything in the day really. It made me reflect a lot more on my life. And I was like, God, I'm so bored. And I was like, well, do something productive then. Instead of waiting for that next meal where you will get some pleasure from your taste buds, you're now trying to be more proactive with other things, because now food is no longer a source of enjoyment, unless you like meat and that. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, you're more focused on doing other things now, because now food isn't really a limiting factor with anything. Right, in terms of performance, on my weighted dips and my weighted chin-ups, and I don't know why this is, my strength on them skyrocketed. And I know you're saying it's only been 2 weeks, how can that be? But I don't know, I think it was just the increased protein intake. I think that is the main reason. But yeah, they went up 10 kilos each, them lifts. So dips went up from 27.5 kg for 5 reps to 37.5 kg, and my weighted chin-ups, what did I do? Went from 20 kg to 30 kg, and that's for 5 reps each. I think I could have got more, and that's the problem I did have. Where I felt so good, I overshot it, and then I felt wrecked the next day. But on other workout movements, like my shoulders, they got weaker. What I know, doing your dips, that does work your shoulders, maybe that's kind of why. But I don't know why, I just wasn't as strong on the overhead press and that. Squats and lunges and that, I could do more reps. Wasn't as strong, but I could do more reps. And yeah, once again, I don't know why that is. Maybe there's a science behind it, but I'm not your guy to tell you that. I think the number one benefit of this all is that it's so easy to follow. I mean, you're just eating meat. You try and get your ratio 50 grams, not 50 grams, 50% fat, 50% protein. You'll be okay. You need fat, by the way. Don't think that, oh my God, if I eat fat, that's it, I'm going to get fat. It doesn't work like that. If you just eat protein, you're not going to last. You need either fat or carbs. You need one or the other. Right, let's get on to the negatives of this now. And before you even start, I did eat organ meats as well. I had hearts, I had livers and stuff. And for the people that say that livers, oh, do you know what, they don't taste too bad, liver's actually nice. No, it's bloody not. You lied to me. I thought it's disgusting. Lamb's heart was nice, don't get me wrong, that's all right. But livers, no, that's just not my thing. Okay, so the first negative of this diet, I couldn't push myself as hard when I was working out. And maybe that's to be expected because I wasn't fully adapted and whatnot. But yeah, I kind of really like to push it when I'm working out. My workouts consist of sprints, strength training, metabolic training, long distance running and that. I like to do a variation of everything and that. But I just noticed I didn't have, I don't know what it is, that extra zest, that bit of push that I could just really, even though I increased strength on certain movements, that extra push just wasn't there. I couldn't do more sets and that could just be an adaptation phase, don't get me wrong. Okay, the second negative, people may not see it as a negative, it depends if you enjoy your toilet time or not, but the shits, oh my God, the first 3 days were catastrophic. And for people downplayed it, like, oh, your digestion may change a bit because your gut microbes changing, because you're going from eating all variation of food to just meat now. There's no fibre in that. You think, okay, maybe a little bit runny here and there, but it'll be okay. My Lord, the constipation. I'm not going to lie to you here, because I feel some people, what do you call it, smoke and mirror this thing. The constipation was catastrophic. Like, women say that a man will never know what having a baby feels like, but I beg to differ after that. I thought I was going to have a cesarean at one point. It was so bad. And that was on the second day. I was biting the bathroom towel for dear life to push that one out. I honestly thought I might have to suck it back up and go hospital. I know that's kind of disgusting, but it got that bad. And I was just like, oh, I can't do it. But luckily for me, I did manage to push that mammoth out. Whew, that was painful. But that only happened twice. And then it went on to diarrhea. So the diarrhea aspect of it all. Oh, mate. And don't worry, I only had diarrhea like twice or 3 times, I think it was. But the worst night I was playing Call of Duty with friends and that, I had a bit of wind and that. As usual, you know, you think, oh, just let this pass, it'll be okay. As I let it pass, extra come out. It wasn't just wind. I mean, for lack of a better term, I completely shit myself. And then there are other times when it just hits you. Your stomach will just go. I thought there was someone there. I thought I was going to get murdered in this forest. But yeah, your stomach will just go. And there's no control in it. I mean, you've got about 5 seconds. When that hits you, when your stomach's like, hey man, we're going to take a shit now. There's no reasoning with it. You will just go. Like, it hit me a few times and I would have family members or people on the, yeah, it'd be family, why would it be other people? But on the toilet, and I'll just have to sprint up there and say, get the hell off the toilet now, otherwise I'm going to shit myself. Okay, so another negative of this diet, it's expensive. I see a lot of people on Reddit and that was saying that, oh, for $1 a day, I can live on this diet. Where the hell are you eating? I haven't been going to all the shops because, what the, okay, that was a fly or wasp or something. But I've been going to shops and that. I'm looking for these cheap deals and that. But you don't really want to get the dirt cheap meat, do you? Because you think like, oh, that's got all steroids and anabolic hormones in it and antibiotics and whatnot. I don't want that. And you don't really. You want the grass-fed stuff. And pff, it's a bit pricey, you know. It's not as easy as you make it out to be. Like when I was eating my oats and vegetables and fruits and whatnot, that's cheap. That wasn't hard for me, okay? Again, another big negative of this, it's just so boring. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. What is fun? You're just eating meat that in the end flavour just... flavour of meat's not bad, I guess, but in the end it's boring. There's no excitement anymore. And I was becoming angry through boredom. Like, physically, okay, I didn't feel too bad in the end. In the end, though, I did feel like shit. And I think this was a mental thing. In the end, I just started becoming so bored and agitated with it. It was kind of like, I want me eating tonight. Oh, steak. Again. Okay, that's good. And I just became angry at it in a way. So I was always eating good, and the benefits I get from eating how I do now, I feel good as I was. And I was getting more variety of flavours and that. Like, you can eat nice foods. Fucking flies, sorry. You can eat really nice foods and stuff and still be healthy and that. I don't know, some people are thriving on this diet and whatnot, don't get me wrong. And they're doing really well, and it's good for you. If you are doing good on this diet and that, and you've cured symptoms and whatnot, and if it's helping you, then by all means do it. But I was just bored. I was craving even a carrot in the end. I love my carrots and bananas and stuff. It just become boring in my philosophy on life, or my view on life, or whatever. If I only do get one life, I don't really want to spend my whole life not enjoying a diet. I have dreams of going to Paris and dining in a fine patisserie and all that. I'm going back to the boredom theme. Some people are saying that food isn't a pleasure, it's a necessity. But if you're going by that context, and not to be crude here, but then that's like saying don't have sex unless you want to have a child. It's like, okay, that may be some people's beliefs and that, but some of us actually enjoy things in that. And I realise food's a big enjoyment for me. I do a lot of meals with my family and that, going out with friends and whatnot. It's a big social part for me, and I realise that sort of helps with my mental health and stuff like that, is being around others and sharing experiences and that. And if you're just eating meat and stuff all the time, it just, I don't know, it feels like it's a limiting factor in your life. I was going to the supermarket and I literally went down the meat aisle and got some eggs. That was it. There's no other exploring of it or seeing new products or, oh, well, I'm going to get this food and that. Yeah, it's just kind of dull. And that may be why the diet works so well for some people. It's an elimination diet. If you're cutting everything out and whatnot, you're just having meat. You could be sensitive to meat. I don't know. I'm not going to say you're not. But you could be eating foods that you don't realise you're sensitive to. Like, I know bananas cause eczema for some people. I have eczema. Yeah, that didn't go. Maybe if I'd been on it longer, maybe it would have went. But some people could eat foods like banana and whatnot. It causes gut inflammation, and it can cause reactions like eczema and that. It can also, the reason for anxiety and that, maybe, I'm not saying, things with depression and anxiety, it's a very broad spectrum. So it's not as clear cut as saying, oh, it's just your nutritional deficiency. It could be something else. But some people get inflammation in the gut, their gut microbiome in that, and then it basically sends a message to you like, there's a hostile threat, so you're going to fight or flight mode. But really, it's just internally. So it could just be a process of elimination, because you're eliminating the foods that you react to, like, I don't know, gluten or whatever. That could be why people feel better. Or I just don't know if there is anything magical about just eating meat. I think that's good, getting all good quality sources of protein in that. And going forward, I'm definitely going to be eating more animal fats. I've realised in my diet beforehand, I was never eating animal fats. And now my theory is, just as, well, I was having animal fats here and there, but it was in like chicken breasts. There's not a lot in that. But now I realise that when they say about protein, animal protein is complete protein and like plant protein is incomplete, I'm starting to think that's the same with fats, because I don't know, mentally, with all the research I was looking at and whatnot, how, like, I never had eggs before this either. And I was looking up that your brain actually creates cholesterol and how your brain needs cholesterol and all these fats and stuff. And now I'm starting to think, maybe that's part of the cause of people relieving anxiety now, because they're having animal fats and whatnot. Because we're always told to not eat the animal fat. They're always told to get like the lean bit of steak and whatnot. But maybe that's to do with it. So I'm going to start incorporating more of that, the animal fats, into the diet and whatnot. And yeah, I'll see how I feel with that. So I would literally, going forward, I think I'm going to try and adopt more of a lower carb, high fat intake, because I had no, yeah, it's another benefit, I should have said that earlier, but I had no brain fog on this diet. You do have stable energy and it is good, but now going forward, I'm just going to adapt from this point. And that's kind of cool. Sorry, I can't even get my words out. That's kind of the cool thing with the carnivore diet. Everyone seems accepting, and that you can sort of alter it to your own needs. And yeah, I'm excited going forward. It's going to be good in that. So yeah, overall this diet, if you want to try it, just look it up and that. But the thing is, no one knows the long-term health benefits or health dangers and that can happen with this. Like eating so much protein over the course of I don't know, weeks, months of your life, it does stimulate mTOR, which is good for muscle mass and that. But if you looked at what's his name, Dr. David Sinclair, he's on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's the doctor that's in charge pretty much of longevity, trying to extend human lifespan. And he said if you eat a lot of mammals and stuff, a lot of animal products and whatnot, it does accelerate aging. So long term, I don't know, it could be a case of living short and sweet, but there's just no evidence on it. So I would personally try and do the month first if you can. I did 2 weeks because my performance was suffering. I've got things going on in life at the moment, I can't really afford for that to be happening and that, and I just got bored. I can be healthy on another diet and that, so it's not a necessity for me, but see how you go. Obviously if like you're curing symptoms, that you're gonna be more motivated to keep it up and whatnot. But yeah, try it, then start adding other foods. Pretty much think of this as an elimination diet. I think that's the best way to do it. Add other foods in, see how you feel, how you go, and yeah, just go from there. My main thing now in life is be happy. I think people underestimate the power of your mind and how being happy helps you in life and whatnot. Even in nutrition, you're not going to perform well in the gym and that if you hate your diet. Simple as that. Just do what makes you happy. Obviously eat healthy, eat whole foods, and you're near on there. Try the diet if you want. That's my experience of it. No, it's not the best video. I'm just walking around the park at 5 in the morning because there's no one else here, so I can actually film this. But yeah, so try the diet. Let me know in the thoughts below. I know a lot of people seem to thrive on this. And yeah, subscribe, and I think I've covered everything. Yeah, have a good day. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I forgot to add, I didn't even say if it helped my anxiety or anything like that. It actually did when I was in the gym and whatnot, or doing my own workouts, because gyms are closed because we're still in quarantine. Yeah, my mind didn't overthink as much on that diet, which is a really weird thing. And I think that just goes back to the whole thing I was saying about animal fats and whatnot. I was able to stay much more focused on each rep and my muscle connection. But yeah, so that's a really strange thing. But yeah, try that for yourself. That could be a placebo effect, but yeah, try.